Hello guys, it's the Trim.
Welcome to the Trim Show.
It's your man FTB coming at you. Mr. Fayez the Barber. You got my co-host right here, Miss Lisa.
Lisa.
What was your name again?
My name is Lisa. Miss
Lisa Mona Lisa. Okay. Alright guys, let's get started.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. My hair used
Throughout the Hawk's dirty work with Afro Sheen
You're concerned about your thinning hair, call Hair Club.
So today we're gonna be picking up some topics, which are as far as the hair enhancement. I feel like I enjoy it. I think it's it's a different level when it comes to giving a haircut. It's not just you know. I get it's fire when you're able to create a fire lineup. You know, you're able to give somebody a great haircut and not have to enhance it. But you have to completely admit that the hair enhancement does add a whole different level. It creates so much of a sharpness that people from across the street are gonna compliment you on your haircut. Like, holy shit, that shit is sharp.
No, it's true. I think people are afraid of the word enhancement because they feel like they're saying they're liars. But that's like telling a female who has foundation and concealer and mascara and fake lashes and microbladed eyebrows that she's real. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I feel like
I like that. That was a great analogy. You're right.
Thank you. But honestly, like I feel like enhancements are also not supposed to be used like abused. Like people abuse them, so they think, hey, I could just give you a jacked up cut. We're gonna fix it, so I don't even have to really care about what it's gonna look like when you go home and wash your face.
That's
so like
true.
We just gotta create, or at least understand that there is a medium. There's a place where there's people who use it who are artists and they use it to enhance what's already there, the features that are already there.
I do it myself. I really do.
Yeah, and I see it a lot like in the South. Like, and I like the way they use enhancements. Not so much Atlanta. I don't think they're doing such a good job. They're like abusing it because it's also considered like the Black Hollywood right now too.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I would love to go to Atlanta.
I feel like Florida is doing pretty good though with that, because whether they're using hair fibers or whether they're using.
Do you have a hair enhancement that you preference?
No, and only because I haven't tried enough of them. Like I've only tried hair fibers, and maybe I've done that like once or twice.
I myself right now at the moment, I'm actually using a compressor with with the airbrush, and I'm actually using, it's called Natural Black. It's a stainer. It's actually not a dye. It's just
I like it.
It just gives a nice little cherry on the top to make that haircut pop. And also, people when they get off of the chair, they're like, "Whoa, oh shit!" I had one of my clients today tell me like, "Yo, that shit look lit." Nigga, like, I like this. Like, I ain't even gonna front nigga. Like, this shit look. I like it. It look good. It look good.
No, actually, yeah, you're right. I've experienced.
So it's lit how you're able to give somebody that feeling and like that confidence, and all you did was put a little bit of paint on it.
You know what's crazy? That the only people I've actually
used
that on were women who were balding in places that any woman would want to be covered, and that's the only time I've ever had anyone actually ask me to use it. So that's really my experience with it. But you're right, it changes the glow on their face. Like they go from not feeling confident to like feeling like a woman again. I think they could pull it off. I just don't think we're there yet, but I think it can happen.
Yo, still while we on the topic about the whole hair enhancement, there's this gentleman. I don't really want to put it out there and like put names or whatever, but he's doing some fire shit. The niggas put it like, you bald, you look like you came out of fucking welfare.
Yo, yeah.
Like you on the welfare line, and this motherfucker bringing you back. You looking like straight Usher, like 95 or some shit. Like
you going home with some Iverson braids. You going home with some
Usher like 2000. I mean,
and you know, because New Yorkers are like against it. It's like, nah, you lying.
This is what I love about barbering, though. The fact that I'm able to try new things. You know, like I was always looked at completely different when people saw me doing like hair dye at the barbershop. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I was afraid to try it because I was the only person who would have been doing it, so I was intimidated by that. And I think a lot of people are. But you know what? it's the responsibility of people who are in the industry that we get to rub elbows with other barbers that we respect, that we know that they use this constantly. Then I think it's our job as the people who create the environments to let everybody know that it is okay. Whether it means that we ask them if they want to do it, or we describe it to them, or we show them pictures.
Yeah, you should definitely
We
give
have to
somebody
like
a choice.
educate. We have to like create the demand.
That's how you
Straight up.
you get your money up. You definitely put people on.
Yeah.
When people can see that you have the knowledge to make things better and you can actually give them choices, you're not just giving them the run of the mill bullshit. Like, people are gonna look at you in a completely different light. They're gonna be like, I wanna fuck with you. Thank you.
I think, and people get addicted to feeling good. Like they're gonna want to come
Facts.
back.
That is
faster.
definitely a drug. That is definitely
So
a drug.
it's like, why not? I definitely feel.
Want my blood full of love. You deserve all my trust, all my love. My choice, my fate, my number one. You remind me of the race from.
And welcome back to the Trim Show.
What's up, guys?
So, had to go lay my edges real quick. Somebody didn't tell me I was looking crazy.
Hey, no one noticed. I'll tell you that much. No one noticed.
Oh, trust me, women. do
Listen, no
notice.
one noticed, alright? But continue. I love the points you're about to bring up.
So, anyways, yeah, we're gonna talk about branding and why it's important. I think that a good bounce back from what we were just talking about is that your phone is a huge tool in branding
that.
yourself.
You're
So, one thing I think before anything you have to, the tools you have to invest in to brand yourself would have to be definitely whether it's a phone or some kind of electronic.
Definitely your
You
phone.
make a lot
Definitely.
happen with an iPad.
A desktop. Not really,
Anything.
because desktops are limited
Yeah.
to things you can do with Instagram, social media, not Facebook. But as far as like, you definitely need something.
Yeah, I mean because it's not just social media. It's also your website. It's also eventually I think we're all gonna book appointments electronically.
True.
So
It's slowly merging
any
into
kind
that.
of electronic tool would be the first step to anyone who doesn't even know how to begin branding themselves. And then and then you don't really have money. You can't really pay someone to just do everything for you.
That's true.
You're gonna have to be your own graphic artist, your own
You gotta start
everything.
learning where to go, seek these questions.
edit photos,
You might not
frame
know how to
it.
ask the questions.
So yeah, that's definitely a big one. So why is it important to brand yourself? Now, it is important to brand yourself because there's a lot of competition.
True.
And I think that the more barbers unite, the more everybody's gonna want to step their game up. So now it's like, how are you gonna stand out from him who, took it to the next level and he went to the extra class that you didn't go to? Now, how are you gonna compete with him if he's down the block and?
But that's like good kind of competing.
No, of course
Competing
it
that you're
is.
like,
It makes you better.
hey, I like what that person's doing. I wanna, exert the same energy and
Yeah.
do even better. Because I feel like you should always challenge yourself. You shouldn't always just want to be just like an individual. You should
Yeah.
try to always be better. If you see flaws, fill them in. But that is definitely like,
Yeah. Yo, honestly, one thing that I'm very grateful for is that I'm very grateful for people like Dio from Corona Shop Plus. I'm very grateful for people like him because what he does is he markets himself, he brands himself, he has his own merchandise,
yeah, that is true.
and he takes it to the next step where he contacts barbers and he unites them and he creates he helps create situations where people sit in a round table and discuss how can they be better, and the people who show up are people who want to be better. And these are people who are not branded and are not marketing themselves. So it's like people
they're on
want
that
to
journey.
learn. They don't know how, but they're reaching out for help. And then there's people here who are making themselves available to this help.
True.
So
Dio's definitely one of those people. Shout
Yeah.
out to my nigga Dio.
yeah, definitely. And you do very well branding yourself.
I try. It just really involves a lot of looking and in a very productive way, also mimicking what you see people that you like what they're doing. And I don't feel like you're necessarily a biter, you know. You just gotta put in your own little salt.
You know what I think helps people learn how to put their own sauce into an idea that they saw someone do that they liked?
How?
If you look for ideas outside of your trade, then nobody can really kind of say you're biting off of them. If you're looking at another barber and you're like, yo, I like what they did, whatever, and then maybe it's a little too similar,
Yeah,
okay, fine.
I feel you. Because that could be exerted in many different.
Yeah, I mean, you can always
forms.
put your twist on it, but if you look at things outside your trade but that are close enough, or learn how to translate it to your trade, then that's thinking outside of your box already. That your one trade box. Our smartphones make you dumber.
Yeah, because they're smart. So shouldn't they be making you smarter?
I mean, it's how you use it.
That is true. So there was a study that says by using your phone, your cognitive capacity and overall brain power are significantly reduced when your smartphone is within glance distance. In other words,
Your ADD kicks
you
in.
are on some like you like, hey yo pa, and then you seen the bell and you seen you can't get enough of it. So it's like also in the paragraph it was talking about that you use your phone up to 85 times a day.
I probably use it 95.
I probably use it more than that. I look at my phone constantly. But that's also because I'm looking at if like in case I got a text message or something that I didn't
honestly,
see.
that you know,
But overall, I feel like this is weird feeling like when I'm like doing nothing and you just go straight to Instagram.
Yo, Instagram.
That shit gets annoying though too. It's like, yo,
Instagram could be-
like, get off of me already. Like, damn,
could
be
be
like,
devil.
it could definitely be the devil. And you also tend to use it when you wake up, before you go to sleep, in the middle of the night. So you're using this shit constantly.
This
all
is,
the time.
This is what I've come to realize when I feel like I'm on my phone too much or I'm on Instagram too much. I make a decision and I decide either if I'm gonna be on Instagram, I'm gonna be looking at haircuts or I'm gonna be looking at anything I feel is gonna be productive. And if I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna get off.
I got you.
So sometimes you have to
You're
just
going,
kind of like
you're going there with a mission. You're not going just to like
yeah,
look
like when you
around
catch
or-
yourself rambling on the explore page or stuff like that,
Yeah.
or I just try to create that thought in my head to be like to catch myself. Like, wait a minute, am I just spending too much time right now on nothing,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm actually using Instagram as a tool to be better? And if not, then I need to get off with the phone or change what I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
So we need to check ourselves.
At least be
That's
using it for something productive, not just like overall drowning your ADD or whatever the case may be, or just like overall boredom. Use it for something like people gotta understand too that there's other things that you can use your phone for, not other than just going on Snapchat or Instagram. Like you have Google, you can ask anything on the planet and it's at the palm of your hand.
YouTube's how-to section is extremely long. It's its own library.
People are becoming like certified
Yeah,
off of
man.
YouTube.
I met a little girl.
I'm one of those people. Thank you.
I met a little girl who straight up learned how to be a gymnast to the point where I thought she was trained by somebody, and
Word.
she did it on her own at 8 years old on the computer. Became obsessed with gymnastics, and at 8 years old tells me, "Oh, I learned through YouTube, doing leg lifts and
Word.
perfect cartwheels and flips." And I'm like,
That's lit. That's
you
lit.
learned this from YouTube?
Like smartphones are another part. What I look at it is like, all right, you have now two brains. You have one brain, which is your phone, and then you have your own brain. You now have the ability to store things on your phone that your brain isn't now storing. Now keep that in mind. Like I get it, you know, you don't know your mom's phone number, you probably don't know your girlfriend's number, you know your own number because it's your number. But other than that, it's like now you're capable of remembering other things, family moments, you know, like thinking about your kids, doing all this, that you don't have to now store all that other information. Not saying that's dumb, you know, but if you really think about it, you now have a brain in your hand that you can put wild information in it, actually capture images, videos, look up information that your brain physically can't do. You have a calculator on your phone that can never be wrong. And it's just like, if you're looking at it from a different perspective, your phone is actually a different part of your brain. Slowly but surely, they're becoming a part of us, and that's also why we can't get enough of them. And we're constantly on them, and just, I need that, give me.
Well,
oh, what's up? Oh, and if it's not on Instagram, it's not really happening.
I think that barbers need to utilize the tool more. Or I mean, I guess anybody could really use it, but I say barbers because there's so many barbers that are so not tech savvy when it comes to their jobs, booking appointments, keeping a structure, writing, or even just writing down in their notes or in their calendar who they cut today and how much it costs and whatever. So I feel like
That's a very good point, actually.
Yeah, I feel like
I love my calendar.
Exactly, and I actually see barbers with phones that are like super outdated and just like, I don't understand how do you not understand that this is like, this could be all you need.
That is true. A lot of people
could be all you need.
But a lot of people are still stuck on the walking into the shop.
People have careers and jobs and became millionaires over just this one tool, using this one tool.
That is true.
So it's like, I don't know. I feel like if it's making you dumb, then you're just using it wrong.
Baby, breathe. Baby, breathe. Baby, breathe. Baby, breathe. Baby, breathe.
Yes. So now. So I think the reason people don't file for taxes is because they don't understand the benefits and they only think of it as, the more money they know I make, then I have to pay.
Yeah, of course.
Now,
motherfuckers do not want to pay money. Like,
seriously. One of the things I'm very grateful for, one of the experiences I'm very grateful for, was a time where I spent 3 months in Vegas, and this time that I spent there, I felt like I was straight up in boot camp. Like day and night, I was learning. Day and night, I was like, there was a pressure to constantly be productive that at the time I didn't understand.
Okay.
So one thing that I definitely take away, and it's something that I stuck with me so much in that time that I want to share, is the idea of taxes and how I don't want people to be afraid of them and understand that it's very important. And one of the reasons why it's important is because barbers want a union. Union comes with a lot of responsibility, not just benefits. So you have to be okay with putting your numbers down.
Yeah, that's true.
And you have
Being
to be
able to
okay.
identify what's going on.
Yeah, you have to be okay if those numbers put you in a bracket. Well, now you have to pay taxes because you're no longer in the considered lower income.
But that's really the only way you're going to be able to actually create a different plateau when it comes to actually, you know, because there's no longer going to be just. I do understand the point of people, you know, feeling exposed. Like, I don't want to be telling the government how much money I'm making.
Of course.
I don't want to do that. Why would I
But you want to look like a baller. You want to look like
I want
stunting.
to have that great credit.
But you don't want nobody to know you stunting.
I want to have that great credit. I want to be able to like have that black card and like
exactly. You know what a black card
means? Get whatever
means?
I want.
A black card means the government and the credit bureau know you're good on your word because they see you make money.
That is true. That is why credit.
It's extremely important.
Paying taxes and creating.
If
very important.
If you think that the numbers in taxes that you will be paying is gonna make you broke based off of the amount of income you're telling them you make, then there's something wrong there.
True.
There's no reason why you should pay taxes and be broke. So that right there, if
but
that's
like
what you think,
I definitely could say like I do understand where people are coming from. A lot of people are also going through, you know, they got child support if that's the case. A lot of people get into this field because of that case. A lot of people just get into this case because they don't know what the hell they're doing. So people gotta understand and learn from this and be able to take it to another level. Are people ready? I don't think a lot of people are. Different level. I mean, if you want to be that 9 to 5 boy with it,
Yeah, but you have to understand that what takes you to the next level, honestly, what makes you
that hunger.
Yeah, what's gonna separate you, what's gonna make you successful? Everybody in this world wants to be successful, and they don't understand that to be successful, you have to be responsible.
And you gotta.
And being responsible
Bust your ass.
means not only taking proper document, but I mean like okay, this I'm gonna connect the dot right now. So like Jay-Z, right? When he's like, you know, Jews own everything in Brooklyn. How did they do it, right? And he shows money, but it's not just physical dollars. It's not like, yo, let me outnumber them in my bank account. That's not what he meant. Paper means even putting your work on paper, your taxes on paper, being legit on paper, being a millionaire on paper. That's how you do it. And the only way we're gonna do that, the only way we're gonna really elevate this,
when you start taking that step towards going and
exactly, is when you become legit on paper. Nobody can argue with your credit score. Nobody. You know why? Because they don't make it easy for you to have good credit.
That's true.
But if you fight for that and you're responsible,
you can gain anything.
That's money that is given to you when you don't even have to have $1 in your pocket. That's your credibility.
That credit line is very, very, very
Yeah, I know a lot of barbers that want to be stunting like rappers.
I mean, I ain't gonna front. I myself, I don't have good credit. So I'm working on that myself. And that's also another reason why I got into the situation, so that I can avoid the moves. But in order for me to be successful, I must take the leap. If I don't, I'm only gonna be left back.
Every challenge
doesn't mean I can't be wise about how I move.
Every challenge is given to you for a reason. And for example, if the challenge is something like debt, or it's something like your finances or your credit score is not where you want them to be, then the challenge of being more responsible in that area is going to make you more responsible in every other part of your life.
Yo, and you know what's really crazy? The fact that you're able to create a LLC or an S corp, and that's how you can do your taxes.
Exactly.
You legit become a business.
Exactly. Even if you rent a chair, if you're only paying $200 a week, you can turn that into a business. And on paper, you can open up a credit card, business credit card, bang, now you're approved for 5 Gs. Now you using 30% of that, you have $1,400, $1,500 that you can splurge on, buy something to make yourself more productive or whatever.
True.
And guess what? You're still in the guilt-free zone. So you always want to aim high so that your cushion is bigger.
True.
You know, as long as you stay under that 30% to the credit bureau, you're good. So if you have a $100 credit limit, you really have a $30.
We are about to bring on a man's Trip and Trap.
Trip and Trap.
He's about to come through in a minute. He about to pull up. We'll be right back. You on the trim? Come get the trim. Hey, I'm gonna cut that out. Fuck that. Nah, it is what it is, though. Like, it is what it is. Like. Welcome back, guys. We're back on the trim.
What's up?
We're about to bring on man's Trip and Trap on through.
Trip and Trap. So
actually, this is Lisa's people's.
Yes, this is my people's. I was gonna ask you, do you know Trip and Trap prior to?
No, unfortunately, I don't. So this is right now gonna be like straight live in his face. What's up, my guy? How you talk to me? Break it down.
All right, cool. So Trip and Trap, he's my friend. I know him from the neighborhood. He's from Bushwick as well, and he's a barber. So I thought it would be super dope to get a perspective of a barber who's not in the industry.
Okay, sounds enticing. All right, cool. We about to have him come through. There he goes. There he goes. Slitty.
What's up?
My guy.
Leave the
man hanging. Hello, sir. How are you?
What's up?
No shit. Wow. Red Bull on the floor. Alright,
Good.
You good?
Yeah, we good.
What's up?
Good.
How's everybody doing?
Chilling. How you doing, sir?
Good, man. Thanks for having me by. You know?
Oh, I thought you were just walking around.
Nah, man. I
I thought you just like, you pull up like, oh, look what they doing. Like,
Perfect timing.
On some like Snoop Dogg shit, like.
I
Do
smoked
I
the weed,
smell
man.
that?
Follow the
Smell
scent.
that?
Or I smoked what is it, the ball powder? What's that called?
The what?
Talk powder?
Yeah.
You smelled it? You smelled your way here?
Yo, low key barbershops when you outside smell like wild disinfectant and just talcum powder. Nigga.
It should smell clean. Whatever version of clean. Like dentist smells like
That is
dentist.
true. That
Doctor
is true.
smells like
Whatever version of
doctor.
clean is to you.
Barbershop should smell like clean, disinfected barbershop.
That is true.
Or just some smell good.
I wanna get the shop smelling like a straight perfume shop. Like
Yeah.
I wanna have this shit
I'm with
smelling like.
scents.
Ooh.
Like the powder that I've decided to be obsessed with is the Good Man because it smells so good.
Yeah, I never smoked it.
Yeah, I put it on people for no reason. Just be like,
Senor, so tell us a little
like
bit,
smoking.
you know, tell us a little bit about what you doing, what you accomplishing right now, you know.
Shit, man, just lifestyle.
You got the studio and
Yeah,
shit.
the studio opened up in Bushwick. I'm happy.
What you doing in there?
Just all types of shit, man. You know, have strippers during the night come through.
Okay,
Just
sounds
other things,
interesting.
you know, lifestyle, media, haircuts.
You sound
It's
like
cool, though.
you managing. You got a stable. Yeah.
Not stable. I'm everywhere right now, man. I'm trying to get stable. I'm everywhere.
nah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Okay, okay.
All right.
You work in the city?
Yeah, I work at Frank's Chop Shop. It's a dope shop, man. I love
How you
that
got in
shit.
there?
It's dope, man.
How you got in there?
I mean, they made me go through hell get that job, but it was worth it though, man.
Oh, word?
You know, I feel like I was the only one that got put through that test, but
What kind of test was this? Like,
it's like
you
come
buying
back.
like.
They had me come back to back, like yo, never like yo, just like.
But what they had
Did you
to
come
do,
back
like,
multiple
Nah,
times?
they
Like
made me
what,
get
cutting
cus-
people,
Yeah,
like-
cutting people basically much. They made me get my own customers, bring them, and then just
They
like
put you
yo,
through the whole like.
How many haircuts they made you do?
They made me
Addition
do
and
3. Then I didn't even get the job after those 3. Like the last one, I said, yo, y'all motherfuckers is playing. I bunked some dude. Like you know the second one. Then he told me like, yo, come back with a third one. I was like, oh man, I
They
came
had
back
to make
with the-
sure you know
and
how to
then I
cut.
had a short time to because
Were these people paying you though?
Nah,
Damn.
not paying, man. I mean, the
were
customers
your
was
models.
definitely not paying me. Those were my models. Like I was paying them. Like yo, make sure you be here at this time.
Word.
So I'm like, yo,
I've been
man,
there.
yeah, $40 each person. So it's like,
Like, yo,
that
get
shit-
me that Uber, nigga. We out. Like,
Yeah, that interview cost me like fucking like $120, man. But
that's an investment and a half right there.
yeah, it was good. It's good. I like it.
You
It
enjoy
was
working
the
there?
barber. Yeah, definitely, man. And, like I always like Frank's Chop Shop because my name is Frank, so it's like definitely like something I always grew like since I was 18. I like heard about them and I was just looking them up. You know, they was on Kamaloop. That's when Kamaloop was popping and shit.
Okay.
It's just kind of like, you know, it was one of my influences, like, you know, what kind of like the same route I'm going by, you know?
Yeah.
Just like a whole lifestyle behind like a barber. Now I'm doing like more barber work, putting it up on Instagram. Before I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I used to do it, but now I'm doing it more because I feel like, you know.
It ignited something
Yeah,
in you.
yeah.
That
It's like
fire.
some, you know, the culture, like, you know how people say culture do it for the culture? Like, I feel like the culture's missing a barber that's mad hit. I know that.
That's
you know?
true. That's true. Somebody who keeping everybody fresh.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Just like, you know, behind the scenes, just like turned up, cause that's how I be, man. I be turned.
How long you been cutting hair for?
Like 11 years, 12 years. Long time in Bushwick. Most of my time was in Bushwick, man. Used to like hop around this whole shit, like, you know, from barbershop, and then yeah, man, just like hitting out today.
Anything you want to leave us with, like, you know,
Basically, much.
like you
man,
want to tell the world and shit, like.
Just, I mean, I really want to tell the world, man, just like always keep on doing you, man. Don't listen to nobody else. Cause motherfuckers will think you crazy and then you really not.
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
you crazy and you really not, man. You just
Making
on
you
top
feel
of
like
something
an
that they
alien
can't
and
see.
shit.
Facts.
yeah, I used
You
to
see
get-
a different perspective.
Yo,
like,
motherfuckers used to diss me all the time out here, like, yo, this nigga acting weird, like, yo, this nigga, like, but it's like, yo, man, like, now people see what I'm talking about, man, like, you know.
you gotta be persistent. You gotta
Yeah,
keep doing
man.
what you're doing.
Always keep on doing what you're doing.
Keep
Never
your
stop,
dream
'cause-
moving. Like,
Yeah,
use that
basically,
fuel.
man.
Like, people's negative energy, use that shit as a fuel.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Yo, my brother, thank you. We
Yo,
appreciate
thanks, man.
you.
Thanks for having me here. Shit was
We
lit.
will have you on soon.
The
you know?
trim.
Yes,
yeah.
he's coming back.
Say it for me real quick. The trim, but you know how you would like it to sound like.
The trim.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome to the Trim Show.
The trim. we trying to bring in stuff from the barbershop field. Like, we want to bring in clients too. We want to be able to give everybody a voice, everybody, so everybody could talk. Because this is not just about barber perspective. You know, we had Trip and Trap and we was talking about with him, like, it somewhat felt like we were just talking about barber things or barber industry things that are related.
Yeah.
But overall, it's like, this is what we do, you know?
Yeah.
Next episode, we could bring on a client, you know, and we talk with him about how they feel. What's their
Yeah.
perspective on the barbershop.
This is just straight up barbershop talk, and
Facts.
sometimes the clients don't talk, and we talk to the barbers. And then I love when clients chime in barber talk, and give us a perspective that neither one of us had.
True.
So
true.
this
From a client's
is-
perspective.
exactly,
Which
so I
we
feel
are
like-
not, so we can't, like, we were that at that one point,
Yeah.
but that's long gone.
That perspective is long gone.
Yeah.
So basically, this is what it is. We're kind of creating a melting pot between not just real life and people who probably never been to a barbershop can still listen to this and understand and relate.
True. Send it to the call. Wrap it up, guys. Thank you. Join us again some other time. We'll see you on episode 2. So you want to take us away?
Thank you for watching us and listening to us and taking time out from whatever part of your day that you took your time out to watch us. And that's about it.
The IG is the trim. The _trim. We'll be posting more things along the way. Check us out. Later, guys.